Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. Rising up, back on my feet. Took my time, took my chances. Come on everybody, this is meant to be one of the most depressing Mondays of the year. A lot of people going back to work, back to that full week after Christmas and New Year. But we're not having it. We're not having it. We're space jamming it. We're getting down. We're hitting it hard. None of this stereotypical get down the gym, don't eat the things you want to do. I tell you what, a bit of exercise, eat what you like. Positive mental attitude, you're absolutely fine. Stick with the United Stand. Let's have it. And we're here to talk about the Manchester United transfer news. Seriously, don't let it get you down. Life's too short. We've got a great community. Put a smile on your face and let's have it. It's another year. There'll be another Christmas, hopefully. Hopefully there will be. Anyway, enough negativity. Let's start with Manchester United transfer news. And there's lots to pick up on from the weekend. I'm going to be talking about Memphis Depay. I'm going to be talking about the centre-back situation, which takes more twists and turns than something that takes a lot of twists and turns. And also we'll be talking about Fellaini and a few others. But I just want to chuck some stuff in there that, you know, I always find this stuff interesting. Franck Kessie and Andreas Pereira. Now, first of all, Andreas Pereira, I said on Saturday, and I haven't, you know, I've always liked him, but I said on Saturday I think he needs to go. I just don't see it working out for him at Manchester United. And there was a story over the weekend that Fiorentina wants him on loan. Now, that's interesting because he can go for free in the summer, and he could be talking to Fiorentina now about going there for free in the summer. So it's not a reliable source, but it did get me thinking, I mean, would you want him to sign another contract and then go on loan again? Surely with Pereira now, it's cut our losses or he actually does something. And I think personally, let him go with the buyback clause. That's probably about the best thing we could do with him now. I think that's the best solution. Get your comments in below. Franck Kessie, he's another blast from the past, really. Atalanta midfielder. I think he plays for Ivory Coast as well, so he'd have links in with Bay. And he was at Atalanta about 2 years ago, and I was speaking about him as, you know, maybe this sort of box-to-box, sort of all-action midfielder that many teams seem to have. And, you know, stereotypically, I saw Spurs were linked to him, and they were like, they can buy their own N'Golo Kante. Why does everybody have to be Kante? I don't think he's the next Kante at all. I just think he's a good box-to-box midfielder. He's basically what we thought we were going to get with Fred, with a little bit more tenacity. He went to AC Milan, but AC Milan have got problems with financial fair play, and there's starting to be rumours that they might offload Kessie for as little as £40 million. He's still in his early 20s. He's still the player that I think he is, and he has played quite regularly for AC Milan, and he is up for grabs. And I think that he's a sort of midfielder that, you know, we talk about Ndidi, we talk about Ndembele. I think he's a good midfield option. Now, he's being linked to Chelsea and Spurs. Now, we know what happens when Chelsea and Spurs go and buy midfielders. They tend to do quite well, and I think this is a train that United might want to get on. And I only mention him because I've been mentioning him for a couple of years, and you know, I'm obviously a brilliant scout, as are a lot of you lot, to be fair, because we have been talking about Kessie for a while. But Manolas as well, he's come round again. There's a lot of players. Lozano, we've been on about him for years. There's a lot of players that could be coming to United, hopefully, in the next while. But in a more realistic sense, let's talk about Memphis Depay, because I think a lot of us are talking now about we need a right midfielder, and how realistic is Memphis? Because a lot of you lot are talking about Memphis, and I thought it was important today to just say how realistic it is. Now, let me just say about Manolas. Confirmation in, a lot of you might know it already, Manolas is available for £32 million sterling. That is his release clause, but it doesn't kick in till the summer, so we can't sign him now. I think even I'd said, why don't we just go and do it? Well, it is a summer clause. That's why he's been linked in the summer. However, as I said yesterday, add 10 million on, or say 45 million for Manolas now, they'll bite at that. Would United do it? I don't know. The issue with Koulibaly is more around the fact that if you look at the Napoli situation, he's a key player for Napoli. They are second in Serie A, albeit they are 9 points behind Juventus. They are going to take the Europa League very, very seriously. But most important of all, can they get a replacement in for Koulibaly in January? And their end of the lesson with the January transfer window. It's something I said 2 months ago. I said, I don't think we'll get Koulibaly or Skriniar because I don't see how or why either Inter Milan or Napoli would want to sell at this stage of the season unless it's a big bid. And when do United ever really big bid or overpay on somebody? And we spent a lot on Pogba and we spent a lot on Lukaku, but did we overpay? I mean, on Lukaku, we probably overpaid by about 75 million quid. But, you know, jokes apart, he probably was worth about that, and Pogba for 90 million was worth that as well. Overpaying for Koulibaly, I think you've got to talk about 100 million plus, and he ain't worth that, so I don't think United will do that. But on Memphis, what's the situation with Memphis? Well, I think Lyon are fourth in the League One in France. They're like 15 points off PSG in first, so they're not in a title race. They're actually more in a race for top 4, which might make them want to keep Memphis. They are in the next round of the Champions League where they're going to play Barcelona, so they're going to get beat anyway. Again, I think Lyon would be reluctant to let Memphis go in January. But we do have first refusal. Maybe 40, 50, 60 million pounds might do a deal. But it's not an easy deal. And I think, again, their end of the lesson too, because this is the situation with United. They can do business in January, and I believe they need to do business in January, and I believe they will do some business in January. But if they want the players that are going to make them better, they need to spend more money. It's January. There's no January sale there. There's no January bargains to have. The players that are worth it are going to cost some money. There is no Alexis Sanchez out of contract available. You've got to spend the money if you want the player in January. And as I said last night as well on the Sunday night show with Sophie, I feel that Solskjaer is working a miracle with arms tied behind his back again. More so than anybody, because he's inherited the problems. He's inherited Mourinho's squad, and he can't spend any money in January. That's a ridiculous situation. So come in. If you do really well, you can have the job, but you've got next to no chance of getting the job because we're not going to spend any money. Get the bloody checkbook out and spend the money. I've said this so many times as well. This is a transfer window. It's not a pretend one. It's not a pantomime. It's not fake. It's not a FIFA loan card where you get bloody Messi for 16 games, then he goes back to Barcelona. It's a genuinely real transfer window. Use it, please. Use it. Even if it means getting a couple of players out, but more importantly, at least get one player in, because we need to do so much business in the summer, and we won't be able to do more than 5 deals in the summer. Woodward's incapable of going beyond 5 deals. So I think everybody agrees we need to get rid of about 4 players, and we need to sign probably 5 or 6 players. We ain't going to do that in one summer. So again, we're going to be transitional and building for another 2 years. Use this bloody transfer window. Spend the money. Spend some bloody money that wasn't really actually spent in the summer, in all fairness to Mourinho, was it? So go and spend the bloody money. That's what I say. With regards to the centre-back situation, it flits and flirts, doesn't it? I mean, Skriniar would cost... There's talk now that Godin going to Inter Milan, and I think they've got De Vrij. Have they still got Miranda there as well? Not the crap comic, the footballer. So Skriniar could be an idea to play with Godin, or it could be, we've got Godin, let's move Skriniar on. £62 million apparently. PSG interested as well. You've got to be all over that if he's available. But again, it might be a summer deal and not a deal for now, because Godin's not going to go to Inter Milan until the summer. Alderweireld's the most interesting one. I'm not convinced by Alderweireld, and I suppose that's the thing, isn't it? Do you want a player for now, or do you want a player for the summer? Could Alderweireld come in and make us a better team to get us top 4? Yeah, he probably could. There's a decision to be made there, and it's a brave one whichever way they go. Alderweireld's available for £25 million in the summer, in August. He's not available for £25 million now. He's not going to sign a new contract at Spurs. You could go to Spurs and say, there's 40 million, we'll have him now, you've made yourself 15 million. But do Spurs want Alderweireld to go now when they're potentially in a title race and they're going for the Champions League? They might just say, screw your 15 million. So again, I'm not so sure that can be done. But it's similar to Manolas. Manolas is available for 32 million in the summer. Offer them 45, you could get him now. But United need to be aggressive and ruthless in the transfer market. 100%. Because I think if we sit on our hands and we don't do business, it gives us too much to do in the summer transfer window. But we could miss out on top 4. We saw it at the weekend. Do you trust the backup players for United? They're all good players, but you give them an opportunity like Saturday in front of an Old Trafford crowd, and they freeze. So we're one bad injury away. Pogba, Matic, Herrera, one of them goes, we're in trouble in the midfield. Another centre-back goes, we're in trouble at centre-back. You know, we one of the forward goes, like Martial or Rashford. You've got to rely on Sanchez and Lukaku. We do need some backup, and I feel sorry for Solskjaer in that sense. Talking about Fellaini, again, rumours that he is looking to leave United. He would be open to a move. Turkey was meant to be I don't know why he didn't go last summer, you know, when he was a free bloody deal for him to go, and he was apparently going to Turkey, and then he signed a new contract. But that's the thing with Fellaini for me. When he came on at the weekend, he didn't look like Fellaini. You know, to be fair to Fellaini, he always gives everything under Mourinho. under Solskjaer, he looks like a different Fellaini. And I don't know whether that's just because the style of football, he's not running into the box to get on the end of a hoofed balloon ball, because we're not going to do that. Maybe that's what it is. Or maybe it is he realises his time at United is over, that Solskjaer's not going to play the sort of football that suits him. And maybe it's the time for him to move on. More fool him, because he should have got in the summer because he was free and he would have got the signing on fee for himself. But I think Fellaini out of our club is a good thing, isn't it? Because you don't want that option. Well, some of you do, but you don't want that option anymore. You don't want that option anymore because and I don't think Solskjaer wants that option either. So what can he really do for us? I think this is why Fellaini's not even making the bench a lot now, because what does he actually offer United? He's symbolic of a style of football that we don't want to play, which is good. Please do drop a like on the video, everybody. I also want to play a little game with you at the end. We did it yesterday, and I know a lot of you are on the live comments, but I just want to do this. We'll also be talking about Football Index, link in the video description as usual, because it's a transfer show. But what I wanted to say was there are 6 players that I want you to get your comments in below. Stay or keep. They're all out of contract, so they can go for free in the summer, or we can pay and give them a new contract. Juan Mata, stay or keep. Ander Herrera, stay or keep. Phil Jones, stay or keep. Antonio Valencia, stay or keep. Andreas Pereira, stay or keep. Ashley Young, stay or keep. For me, Young, go. Pereira, go with a buyback clause. Valencia, go and never come back. Phil Jones, I'm only joking. No, don't come back. Phil Jones, go. Herrera, stay. And Mata, Mata, go if we're going to sign a right midfielder. So that I'd get rid of 5 players there if that's 6. I mean, 5 players out of our squad would be so refreshing. You know what? It doesn't matter who the names are. Removing five players, and obviously get rid of Darmian as well. That would be 6. That's a lot of players. I suppose the only thing is, it's their resale value, isn't it? If you let them go for nothing, the club might be, well, they're worth something. Let's get them on a contract. There might be a tactical play there, I suppose. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, we don't want to do that. Let's do that. Football Index, link in the video description. This is the stock, the football game where you can buy shares, real shares in players and watch their price go up and down. Remember, you've got to be over 18 and please do gamble responsibly if you are going to play the game. I'm just going to click on the top 2 players in the top 200 at the moment. So basically, players' prices will go up and down based on performance on the pitch and also news stories. At the moment, Jadon Sancho and Marcus Rashford are at the top, and they are going for around £8 a share each. I think the most expensive player in the game is Neymar, which is about £18. So there's still growth, even if they're £8 a share. As I said before, if you're going to do it, I sort of do it with my portfolio. I've made £93 profit, and I've only been doing it a few weeks. But yeah, you want to get a couple of shares in each player if you're going to do it. So I'd go in with a minimum of 20 quid if you've got it to do it. But let me just have a look at the top 200 again. I want to just show you Jadon Sancho because he's a good player to look at. He was there. Yeah, okay. So if you look at Jadon Sancho, why is it not showing me him? Don't do this on a video to me. There he is. Okay, Jadon Sancho, his current price is £8.89, but this in the last 6 months, look at his price. He was under £3 a share. He's now up at over £8 a share, which is a massive increase. And that's it. If you fancy, it's a bit like Ultimate Team, isn't it, on FIFA 19, but it's for real. It's with real money, or Football Manager. It's like getting players that you think are going to go up, and I know a lot of you are good at that. The same with Marcus Rashford. Over the last 6 months, he's gone up from £4 a share to over £8 a share. So if you had 3 shares in him, you've made a good bit of profit there. Lots of players you can get on. It has European players as well. Raheem Sterling, you can get on the United Youth. You've got Anthony Martial, £6 a share. I think if you look at Rashford up at £8 a share, he's definitely got an opportunity to go up there as well. Griezmann's relatively cheap at £5.48. Apparently he's going to Juventus in the summer. You might want to have a look at him. Let's have a look at Griezmann. 6 months. Yeah, so he's actually dropped a little bit recently. So there's definitely growth in Griezmann, especially after his free kick yesterday. Anyway, link in the video description for that. Give it a go. And where am I? Yeah, there I am. I'm back again. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Please do drop a like on the video. Have a pop on Football Index if you want to have a go at that. Remember, you've got to be over 18 and do gamble responsibly. But it's a bit of fun in relation to, unlike traditional gambling where you might put a £10 bet on and lose it. At least with this, if you start to see a price drop, you can sell the shares in them and put it into someone who's going up in price. And also get your comments in relation to the transfer news, most importantly, out of the 6 players, sell or go, keep or let go, and also what your thoughts around Memphis, Frank Kessie, Andres Pereira, Fellaini, the centre-back situation, 3 weeks to go in the transfer market, how are you feeling about it? Let us know your thoughts. I'll speak to you all later.